We traditionally, like most businesses in Alberta, use natural gas November through to the end of March. We found it becoming more and more expensive. Increasingly, it was being taken out of our bottom line because we couldn't control the costs of that natural gas. It is a government-regulated policy here, but the prices were jumping through the roof, and we had to find a way to reduce those costs.
When we first did the analysis with the information that we were provided on the BTU value per gallon of oil versus natural gas and the price of natural gas, we were looking at the range, somewhere in the range of $1.50 per gallon in net savings, taking into account the cost, the equivalent BTU value of natural gas, the cost of natural gas, and the cost of getting rid of the waste oil.
This clean burn system is really a necessity for a business of this such that has the volume of oil that we do go through, and with the climates and the rising prices, we need some balance in the business, and this does make balance and helps us out make the ends meet at the end of the day with the clean burn system.
Our savings on our heating bills with burning of the used oil, like I said earlier, we use it as our sole heating source in the winter months, so our gas bills are virtually negligible. So we're probably saving about in the neighborhood of about $4,000 to $5,000 a month on heating bills.
When you weigh out that 2 hours a month that we spend in maintenance on the clean burn system against the cost savings, they're tremendous. At the time when we put it in, we figured $1,000 a month. At this point, probably $1,500 a month is probably our savings that we save in being able to burn waste motor oil instead of natural gas.
But we estimate that within 3 years, or by the end of the third winter season, we will have our unit paid for in full. And if not the third, it would be before the fourth winter is completed, that this unit will have paid for itself.
We've probably, I would say, have saved ourselves at least $20,000 in the last 8 years. Being 10 that we've had it, 2 to pay it off, and the balance is basically free money, free service, free heat. So it's been a tremendous saving, and the product is well, it says for itself, it's 10 years old, and it just clicks like clock. Like a clock. It just continually operates, does its job year in, year out.
Back 15 years ago when we installed the first furnace, we feel that it has since many times paid for itself. I estimated an approximate 3 to 5 year payback on the utility when we first installed that furnace. I would feel we've achieved that, so much so that we've installed additional furnaces. The more waste oil I can burn and the less natural gas obviously is our target. We've got it now so that our radiant heat systems are simply a backup system. They will only come on in the event that we had a minor hiccup with one of our furnaces. We're used to keep that above freezing with the radiant system. They normally will not fire at all. They don't come on during normal operation. The clean burn system is running 100% of the heating.
We keep the shop probably 5 degrees hotter now than we would have with the gas fired, because we just would keep it cooler, because it's just you're throwing money away if you're using natural gas. This way here, you're just burning waste oil that we have to get rid of anyhow.
We will use clean burns for as long as we can generate enough oil in order to supply the furnaces. It just pays us handsomely throughout our organization, because the money that's spent on natural gas, quite frankly, is hot air that's being blown out the door. And with the used oil, we have a government incentive to burn it. We generate it. We really don't pay anything for it. And the end result is we get good quality heat.
So I figure we're saving thousands a year on natural gas costs, and it's just been really good. It's paying for itself way sooner than I thought it would.
When people are looking at this and we present them with what it will cost them initially in terms of buying a furnace, their minds are reeling and they're thinking that's an awful lot of money. But when you think about it, the payback on a furnace typically is about 3.5 years. Now last year in September, we actually had an increase in natural gas prices. And if those prices were to continue, then they would be looking at a payback of probably about 2 years to 2.5 years. So they do quite well when they realize that if they're paying for this thing for over a 3.5-year period, they're going to buy one of these furnaces and pay for it whether they get it or not, because they're going to keep on paying their natural gas bills.
When you run a business, you look back over smart decisions you've made, and usually people can count 5 smart decisions they've made over the years that have had a major impact on the business. The Cleanburn system is one of those.
When you're looking at the long-term savings, like I've said before, we're in the business of selling savings, not furnaces. When you buy a furnace from a mail order company and it shows up at your door and you have to install it, you're looking short-term. You're looking at it from how quickly can I recoup my investment, and if it lasts for 2 years or 3 years and it's paid for itself, you're happy. At DSI, our goal is we're looking 10, 15 years minimum. And so I'm looking at, making sure the customer is educated to know that they will not achieve those savings unless they clean their furnace a couple times a year. If they're not willing to do that, I would much prefer they went and bought my competitors' furnaces, because they will not be a good referral. And our business is based on referral.
The situation that we're in now, and probably will be in the near future, natural gas cost is rising, fuel oil, gasoline, etc. All of those costs are rising, and the only control you have over that is a clean burn furnace to decrease your overhead and increase your profits. It's a situation that it would be great if all of these conventional fuels would decrease in price, but we all know that that's not going to be the case. A very simple scenario is if you looked at your natural gas bill in year 2000, your cost per therm was 56 cents. In 2006, it jumped up to $1.40. That's a bit more than an 8–10% increase per year. So as that cost increases, you can stabilize your cost with a clean burn furnace. Yes, you're going to make an investment, but your return on investment is going to be so quick, it's going to amaze you.